Hello, in this video we're going to be looking at using the status line to inform our users, but in a less obtrusive way than using a message that pops up on the window. So I'll be right back with all of that right after these few words. Hello, you're listening to Martin, and this is another video in my series looking at getting started with OpenInsight 10. And today we're going to be looking at the status line. Now, in previous videos we have explored informing our users with messages. They pop up on the screen, they're quite invasive, and sometimes you might want to subtly advise your users that something's going on. Maybe it's an error message and you just want it to appear somewhere so that you can ask the client, okay, well, what's the error message, and they can see that. And the status line is really good for that. Now, there's a couple of ways of interfacing with the status line, and we'll look at that in this video. But before we do that, I just want to remind you that we have created a status line already on our MDI, or our main MDI window frame here, and we've called it LB_status line. And what I'm going to do as just an example is use the appointments form again. And if we go on to the second form, so this is the image part of the window, we have the delete push button here. If we go on to the events, and forgive me, I'm doing this in a script again rather than in a commuter module, just to keep it easy for this video. So what we're going to do in here is, before we actually start to delete the rows from the table, we're going to just set our status line. So if we just put a comment in on here that we're going to update the status line, and then in here we will simply do a call set property, and I'm going to actually push this to a specific window, and it's going to be the LBL underscore status line, if I can type properly. We're going to update the def prop property, and we'll have some text of deleting rows, please wait. Okay, I've got a small typo there. I think that needs to be an underscore. Okay, so at the moment I'm just calling the actual MP underscore MDI main window, interacting with the status line, def prop, deleting rows, or row, I'm going to put rows in there, please wait. Now, because that's going to happen very quickly, I'm going to do a 4x equals 1 to, which would do 100,000, and I'm going to call a yield. Yields are quite useful if you've got something very quick that's going on and you want to slow something down. Sometimes OpenInsight can be very quick, and you might want to actually slow it down so that other things can catch up. So yield is quite useful. And then at the end of the code here, we will set the status line back. So in here I'll just do reset status line, and we'll do this a slightly different way. We'll do call send underscore info rows deleted. So that's telling our users that our rows have been deleted. Now I'm going to do a for x equals 1 to 100,000 again. I'll call my yield and we'll do next. Oh, I just want a straightforward next in there. And then we'll do another call send info, and OI will know to send this information to the status line, and I'm just going to go ready to set that back. So basically what we're going to do here is we're going to inform our users that we're deleting the rows. We're then going to inform our users that we have deleted the rows and then let them carry on, and then after a few moments we're just going to set the status line back to ready. So if I do a compile, that's compiled okay, so that's good. We'll do a save. We'll also do a save on the apps form. Now I can't run the apps form because obviously I want to see the status bar. So we go to the MDI main form, test run, launch the appointments window, and I'll just bring in record number 5. I think I've got some images in there. We do. So I'll just select this one image and I've hit a... Okay, so for transparency and for those of you that are following these videos, you'll remember that we changed this code the other day, and it looks like I have missed out of the code this val checked line here, which I need to drop in. And then I'm going to grab val checked, and I'm just going to change these two values in here so that it makes a little bit more sense. I just have val1 and val in here. Change it to val checked makes a lot more sense. So if I just do a compile and I'll do a save and go back to the form, we'll do a save. We'll just stop that test run. So we'll test run that again. So appointments, number 5. We then do the delete button. So now we get our deleting rows, please wait, at the bottom. The rows have deleted. We then get a message that says rows deleted, and then in a moment it goes back to ready. So I'll just do that again. Obviously we've got a pause here that we don't want, so deleting rows, please wait. So that's writing back using the code where we were physically writing to the actual window. Then rows deleted, and we did that simply by using the set status code, and then we're back to ready. So I think that that is a much nicer way of informing our users than having a message that comes up to say we're deleting your rows. You have to then click OK to say yes I am, etc, etc. So obviously I'm going to remove this piece of code. We don't need this here. Now the deleting rows will go so quick now. I mean, I'll show you. So we do a compile and I'll do a save and close. We'll do a save, go back to MP main, we'll run that. So this time, if you watch down on the status line, when I click the button now, it goes straight to rows deleted because it's so fast, and that's where this yield comes in. Now if you had a process that was deleting a lot of rows, or you got a process that was taking a lot of time, then like I said, I think that using the status line to update your users on what's going on is really nice. And the other thing that you can do within OpenInsight is to use the status line for trapping errors and reporting errors, and that is going to be the subject of the next lesson when I've learned how to do that. So this one was very simply how to interact with the status line. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video coming very soon. Bye bye.